Welcome back to the final day of leveling up your career with crochet tech editing. If this is the first video you're watching, make sure to go back and check out the previous two. On day one, we talked about all of the great benefits of being a crochet tech editor, and on day two was a peek behind the curtain, so to speak, about what an actual tech edit looks like on the tech editor end, and also what you need to get started, the tech and the software. One of my most asked questions is, how do I find clients and get hired? Do I need to have a degree or a certification? I just got a message today saying, I've gotten everything set up. I have all the knowledge and all the equipment I need, but I can't get clients. What should I do? Let's walk through a getting hired checklist together. 1. Have you decided who your ideal market is? I'm betting that if you are interested in crochet tech editing, your ideal client will crochet. They will write crochet patterns. They will need an editor for those crochet patterns, and they will be willing to compensate you for your time. There are crochet pattern designers out there that do not wish to have an editor. Those are not your people. Your people are the crochet designers that need an editor and are willing to compensate you for your time. What kind of crochet patterns would you like to edit? You'll need to find your ideal client that writes those type of crochet patterns. I had a question just the other day about an aspiring tech editor that was interested in only tech editing crochet toys. She wanted to know whether I thought there was enough of a market in order to make that a viable business. Her preference is toys. That's what she's comfortable with. I personally do not edit filet crochet. I don't have enough knowledge on the topic to feel comfortable doing that, but I love standard crochet and Tunisian crochet. Once you've decided who your ideal client is, where are they? You can look for where your ideal client hangs out on places like general social media sites. I'm talking about the big names like Facebook or Instagram or places such as that. You can also look for them on specialized social media sites. There are plenty of areas on the internet that have specialized groups just for crochet pattern writers. They also have them just for tech editors. Check them out. So once you find your people, caveat, you may actually know people in real life that want a tech editor. There have been people that I have known personally in real life that have asked me to tech edit their patterns. If so, awesome. Once you find your ideal client, you know who they are, you know where they hang out, how do you connect with your people? Try to see your presence in their space or the general space from their viewpoint. It's said that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. It's a quote attributed to various people, but it's very true. If you go into these groups to talk with your ideal client, be helpful without being salesy. You can offer tips, advice if asked. You can offer examples of things that you have seen that have worked in the past, those kinds of helpful suggestions. Now, in your own social media space, also continue to be consistently helpful. You can make posts and content that includes, again, tips, suggestions, blog posts, anything that your ideal client would find helpful. Definitely be genuine and be friendly with them without being salesy. Again, be consistent with providing valuable feedback and information wherever you end up. How will the designers that you connect with find you to hire you? you may want to think about building your own website or hiring somebody to build a website for you. That can be a great benefit in having all of your information in one place, and the bonus of you control the algorithms, or rather lack of algorithms, that run on your website. You might decide not to build a website right away, but just to do another landing page of some sort. And that is perfectly fine as well. If you have a landing page or a website or both, and you also have social media, make sure that you put all of your information into your social media bios, your biographies. So on Instagram, make sure that if somebody clicks through to your name, your page, where all your information shows up, make sure they have a way to go from that social media site or any social media site directly to your website or your other landing page where you have all of your information about the services you offer. Other steps to take, other ideas that have also worked. You can offer free edits in exchange for testimonials. I've been seeing actually a lot of these pop up lately, where a new tech editor will offer to edit a pattern for free in exchange for feedback. This is a great way to get testimonials to put onto that website or landing page. You may not necessarily keep those clients for life, but you'll have testimonials where other prospective clients can read about what previous designers thought about your work. You can add your name to lists of tech editors. Often on specialized sites, you will find a list of tech editors where you can volunteer your name and your website or landing page, any contact information you have, and they will put that into a list where people looking for a tech editor can go and browse through names. A lot of times those lists have your specialty or things that you prefer to edit. So definitely include those. It's great to have a specialty. Here at the Tech Editor Hub, there is a page that anyone in the public can check out that has a list of all of the names of the graduates from the tech editing courses. This is knitting and crochet. And again, it has contact information and specialities. When you have your landing page or a way to contact you, and if you take this Crochet Tech Editor course, then definitely email us and we will add your information to our tech editor list. Another way to get your name out there is paid ad on social media sites where your ideal client hangs out. Don't do this or any of these other steps to take instead of all of the previous steps of reaching out and being helpful to your ideal client. These are additional steps you can take if you so desire. Paid ad on social media sites can have a great effect on your business because they get your name out there and they help the eyes of the designer to see what kind of services you offer, and it gives them a way to click directly through to where you have all of your information. Another suggestion is to watch groups in social media sites for posts from designers needing tech editors. A lot of times a designer will post in a group that they need a crochet tech editor for a certain type of item, and then if you have your landing page or your website, you can reply to that post and let them know that you have availability and give them all of your contact information. The secret ingredients to a successful business. How much time has passed? That is one of the questions I would ask our original person that asked about having everything set up and still not seeing clients. How much time has passed? It personally took me 6 months to start bringing in steady work. And secret, I almost quit after a few months with little to no clients. I almost quit, but I decided to hang in there just a little bit longer and see if I could get this to work. Consistency. Consistently spreading your message of how you can help. Multiply that by time, and those are the two key secret ingredients. Be consistent over time and you will see results. Right now, I am swamped with jobs. I have a good problem, but I definitely need more colleagues. This is a checklist. This checklist that we just went through on the screen is a checklist that I would go through with a struggling new tech editor. Notice I never asked about having a degree or a certification. They are not needed to start this type of business. It is hard work to start any business, but once you get those first couple of clients in, things get much easier. And before you know it, you'll have a steady queue of jobs and you'll be looking for colleagues yourself. It took me 4 years to build my business to the point it is today. And I did take an editing course years ago to help fill in some of the gaps, but it was a knitting-based course, so many of the things that are special to crochet were not covered. Over the last 4 years, I've gathered and honed my process, making plenty of additional notes to that original checklist I had. I took my knowledge of crochet, combined it with my knowledge of tech editing from a knitting-based course, and now I edit for some of the top crochet designers in the world. And I have had a lot of fun recently editing for yarn companies that publish crochet patterns worldwide too. Does this sound like something you'd love to do, but you wonder what's the best way to make sure you have all of the knowledge and the skills and the business strategies to give you the best opportunities? Do you want to make sure that you have everything you need to successfully edit a pattern with no errors or mistakes on your end? I have put all of my years of refining my process and all of my crochet editing knowledge into one place for you to learn. You won't have to take 4 years like me to get to where I am. You get the quick path. Stay tuned for my next email where I share this resource opportunity with you. Thanks.